Welcome guys. So in this video we are going to talk OpenSea and specifically how it relates to XETA NFTs. You don't have to be an OpenSea expert if you're not an NFT person. I am not particularly an NFT person personally unless it has utility. I don't see the utility in others that we have. Doesn't mean they're bad projects. It just means NFTs is a very specific space, so you don't have to be an expert in NFTs or OpenSea to understand what I'm going to show you. It's actually a very simple platform once you get the hang of it. There should be an article that you guys have seen, a very well written article. It says it's a 5-minute read. It's probably even shorter than that, but I really recommend you go through this. This will go step by step and tell you exactly what to do. How do you buy? How do you sell the new NFT collection? I'm going to show you as well, but I really recommend you don't have to read every single line, but just, go down, kind of glance at this, make sure you understand what you're doing. But nonetheless, we're going to go over this in the video as well. It looks like it's very complicated. It's really not. Trust me. Some things look more complicated than they actually are. Okay, so first of all, what I do recommend is you go to this article. You'll see this on our Twitter as well as our Discord announcements. And you want to get your OpenSea account set up. I'm not going to go through that in this video. It's really straightforward. OpenSea uses Web3 authentication, so you need to connect and authenticate using your wallet. Obviously, the wallet that you have the NFT in. And then you're going to go and head to the collection right here. Okay, and then that is going to bring you to this page that looks like this. Now there's only one NFT collection at the moment. You want to come over here on the left and click Support Creators. Now I've noticed some people saying they'll click this and then it'll say nothing's found. If that does happen, just turn it off and click it. But otherwise, click this first. Make sure it's on. And then go ahead and click the NFT collection. You're going to be brought to a page that looks like this. This is just a offering page for the most part. To be honest, it summarizes the actual NFT itself, details, if you want to see contract, the royalties, all of that stuff. Let's just kind of go through this real quick. So there's a couple of different things you can do once you're on this page. You can buy or you can sell. Pretty simple, right? So there's a couple ways to do that. So you see this little tab right here that says sell, is what we're currently on. That's by default when you come in here. But if you click buy, you can buy. So by default, it will say sell. Now you have two different options when you want to sell. If you want to sell, accept one offer, which means there are individuals that place offers. You can see some of them here. You can accept individual ones if you want. I don't think you'd want to accept less money, although, I don't know, maybe you have a reason for it. You can accept or counter it. That's an interesting little thing you do. But basically, these are people looking to buy right now. So you don't have to bother listing it, waiting around, seeing if someone comes. You actually accept a current offer if you wish to do that. So when you hit accept one offer, it's just going to accept the one at the very top here, obviously. So the one that's the highest price will just get accepted. Looks a little something like that. And then you can just hit accept offer. Pretty simple. Like I say, if you want to try and counter an existing offer, you could come to the one at the top and just hit counter. You could say, I want to counter you at a different price than what you put. Your duration of how long your counter lasts can up to 6 months or custom. And it'll tell you the royalties and so on. We're going to click back for just a moment because we don't want to do that. If you just want to sell it and wait, that's okay too. You can see current listings in here for people who are looking to sell. Okay, so these are different price points. And then these are, of course, the offers, like I said. If you wanted, you can scroll down and you can look at the activity, where are the NFTs going, who's selling what to whom, if you care about that. So if you want to just list one, first of all, you could list as many as you have. If you want to do that, but you can click list one item. And right here, you can, of course, select again how many you want to list, what your If you sit, for example, amount in, everything's priced in ETH, by the way, which is a little pain in the butt, especially when the markets are red like they are today. It's a little difficult to figure out the exact USD value, but this is just how OpenSea works. It uses the native token on whichever blockchain you are listing and participating on. And what you would do is come in here and click the amount box, and you're going to type in whatever amount priced in ETH, and immediately you'll see it actually prices it in ETH. It rounds it, of course, which is nice. Appreciate that, because you don't want pennies in there. It gets a little hard to figure out what you're going to get. But nonetheless, it will price it as of the moment you do this. So obviously when you click 1 ETH, it'll say that. If you did 0.01 ETH, you'll see it. It'll give you a notification that's too low, below the floor price. And some people may want to list below the floor price. I don't know. But you can get the idea right here. It'll just change the price. And you got to remember, that's the price as of right now. So, if you get 0.06 ETH, that doesn't mean it's going to be 138.72 when you get it. Okay, so kind of keep that in mind. And then you got to say, how long do you want this listing at this price to last, right? So listings have a duration time period. It could be a month, could be an hour, could be 6 hours, all the way up to 6 months, or custom if you wish. It'll give you the exact date and time, and it'll tell you the price, royalties, etc. So I'm not going to actually list this, of course, but this is how you would do this. Okay, so now I want you to keep a couple things in mind. Number one, make sure you ensure that the royalty is set to 5%. Okay, now OpenSea does let you change it. We're asking you not to do that. We're asking you to keep it at 5%. If it is less than 5%, then the burden shifts to the buyer, because that will just be held back on the first airdrop. So if you did 0, then 5% is going to be held back on the first airdrop. Okay, so I really do recommend you just put 5%. It's going to make buyers want to buy your NFT anyway, because that's going to be well known. And it's probably going to be avoided if you don't do 5%. Have a less likely of a chance of you actually selling, in my opinion, I believe. Okay, so again, you can list this for anything you want, complete the listing when you're done, and then you'll pay gas fees. So always remember, you got to have some ETH in your wallet. You don't need a whole lot. Usually if you're listing something, you might pay $5 or less in gas fees, so kind of keep that in mind. So you don't want to list, if you had 100 times. You want to put, probably 101 listing, or you could do 2 of 50, something like that, but I wouldn't list 100 times. You're going to pay a lot in gas fees, number one. And number two, it's not going to help your odds of selling necessarily, because you'll still have 100 or whatever the quantity is you put in there. So if we wanted to actually buy, you would click buy right here, of course. And you're going to click buy now, if that's what you want. You can also, of course, make an offer. So this is, again, if you come down to where it says offers right here, that's how you can make an offer. You can say, hey, the floor price, which, by the way, the floor price is just the lowest price being offered at the moment, which is at the time of this recording, $78.38. So you can see somebody goes below the floor price and they offer $66.96. And they're looking to buy a quantity of 1. So that's 14% below the floor price. That expires in 3 days. So there is a time period behind this, right? So if you want to do that, you would click make offer. And you could say, I understand, blah, blah, blah. This over time, by the way, will go away. And then you would come here and you can decide, hey, I want to make an offer, and for how much. And then, of course, you can decide all the variables on here, the price, how many you want. You'll see the amount, 266,741. That's just saying, hey, that's as many as in existence, so that's the most you can buy, and how long it lasts, and then you would hit make offer. However, if you just click buy 1, obviously, by the way, you click buy 2, buy 3, buy 4, buy 5. What you would do is you would just automatically buy whatever's in the first spot, and then it'll rotate. So for example, in this situation, if I said 5, what would happen is this person has a quantity of 1, this person has a quantity of 3, 1, and 10. So it would clear out 1, 4, 5. So these 3 would just get cleared out. That's how it would work. It just rotates and buys. Okay, pretty simple. This is the offer page. Of course, you have substitute listings. You can do this. You can play with this if you want. Easiest thing is just make offers and buy and sell, and however you want to do it. So that is the collection. That is the buying and the selling. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to see how to use OpenSea to look at your NFTs as well as move them. So in order to see what you currently have, you want to click, or highlight rather, there's going to be a color on OpenSea this seems to be randomly generated for wallets from what I've noticed. I don't know why, but you'll see some sort of color. You'll see your wallet, WETH, some sort of dot, and then a shopping cart looking icon. You want to hover over the dot and then click profile. And when you do, you scroll down and you'll see collected. These are the NFTs you have collected. If you don't see that for some reason, you will have to click more and then hidden, and then you just unhide it. Okay. And in this case, we have obviously Uncharted and then obviously the Omega collection. So if you want to move these, what you would do is hover it. And then you're going to see the little 3 dots where it says more options. You're going to click that and then click transfer. And then you can decide how many you want to transfer. And the nice thing about that page is it will also show you how many you have. So the problem with MetaMask, and you all probably figured this out, is that in MetaMask, you can seed ERC1155 or whichever there's different smart contract NFT tokens that exist, but you can't send them right now. That they claim that's coming soon. The funny thing is you can kind of send them in mobile. You can't do it in desktop because it's really weird. But it also doesn't show you how many you have. So if you don't want to read the blockchain and get into all that, this is another way to do it. You can come in here and see how many you have, and then you can also send as many as you want to send to other wallets. So wherever the NFT is sitting, whichever wallet it's sitting in, it's going to be the wallet that gets the airdrop. Okay, so another important thing to keep in mind. So if this is a situation where you may have had, say, for example, a compromised wallet, or you participated, but you wanted to actually go back in time, so to speak, and put the wallet in a hardware wallet. Well, migration of wallets is something we stopped a long time ago. It's something we did on one-off occasions, but it got to be to the point where too many people were doing it. I don't even know of a project that even offers that, by the way, because it's decentralized. It's up to you, but we were trying to help people out. Well, this fixes that problem. This solves a lot of problems, but it really fixes that problem because you could just move the NFT. Whichever wallet holds the NFT gets the airdrop. So it's pretty simple. So if you want to move this or consolidate or gift or whatever you want to do, this is a great way to do it. You can move it around. Another thing is I want to make sure people understand, it might actually add this to the description, but nonetheless, these NFTs equal a $250 balance. Doesn't matter what you spend to get them. It could be $78 or $7,800. Like I say, it's going to get to $7,800, probably won't, but it's represented as $250 and up to 60% of that annually, regardless of what you spent to get it. So if it's $78, it still represents $250, up to 5% per month, airdropped quarterly. Okay, if you spend $700, it's the same thing. If you spend $7, it's the same thing. So I think people who may not be familiar don't know that, and I'll probably add that into the description somewhere. But nonetheless, I just want to make sure that people are aware the balance does not change. The only thing that might change is the initial airdrop if the royalty is less than 5%. Otherwise, nothing changes. So just kind of bear that in mind. So some people are saying, well, wait a minute, it's 5% of this? No, it's $250 regardless. Okay? I just want to make sure that is clear. So anyway, pretty simple, guys. Simple system. Really, really, really simple, actually. Too simple in many cases, but nonetheless, fun and interesting. OpenSea is not that scary. It looks scary. It's really not. So if you have multiple wallets, for example, and you're looking to consolidate, you will have to get into some of them, connect them into here, find your NFT, transfer to the wallet you want, and then you might just put them all in one wallet, and then you can just connect that one wallet into OpenSea and use it. OpenSea looks scary, but it's really not. It's very simple to use. So hopefully this helps, guys. If you have any questions, let us know. But this is OpenSea. This is the Omega collection, and this is how you buy, sell, transfer, and see how many NFTs you have in the system. Talk soon. Take care. God bless.